Over the past few months, I've seen a significant uptick in the number of hiring managers reaching out and looking for training and testing materials for incoming hires, including some pretty big name shops looking to make substantial additions to their analyst teams. And these conversations I get to have with these hiring managers provide some incredibly helpful, insightful, real-time feedback regarding what employers are looking for today and the skill sets or characteristics that these companies value most when hiring analysts and associates on their team. And what I've found through these conversations is that many of these employers are looking for very similar things, and from most hiring managers, I'm hearing the same things over and over again. So because different people will tell you a million different things that you should do to make yourself an attractive candidate for the job you're after, in this video what I want to do is break down 3 of the most common themes I'm hearing when talking to commercial real estate firms today, what those firms are looking for specifically, and what you can do to make yourself that perfect fit and land your target job at your target company. So commercial real estate hiring has been picking up over the last few months, and even among a less than stellar April jobs report that showed net job losses for many job sectors, including office using jobs as a whole, the financial activities category actually created 19,000 new jobs in April, with almost 90% of those new jobs being created in the real estate and rental and leasing category specifically. And this data does take into account residential figures as well, but anecdotally, I've also seen a significant uptick in job postings, companies looking to hire new talent, and breaking to CRE Academy members landing offers and accepting new roles. So with things looking up and graduation season right around the corner, in this video, I wanted to share some of the most consistent feedback I've been hearing from employers about specifically what they're looking for in analyst and associate candidates today, and the type of skill sets, experiences, and personality traits that tend to put someone at the top of the resume stack. Now, the first thing I keep hearing over and over again from commercial real estate employers lately is that they're looking for someone who has done the job before. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're looking for analyst candidates with multiple years of experience in a full-time analyst role itself, but what this does mean is that they're looking for people who have had real in-the-trenches exposure to the industry in addition to any coursework or certifications that that person has. For people just graduating college or a master's degree program, internship experience is huge here. So if you're watching this in your college years, my advice is to do everything you can to make sure you have some sort of on-the-job experience on your resume before applying to full-time jobs. Full-time summer internships are ideal here, but if you don't have another summer in school or that's not an option for you, even part-time internships where you're working 10 to 20 hours per week or unpaid shadowing opportunities with companies your school is connected with can both be great ways to demonstrate to an employer that you've actually been able to apply what you've learned into a real-life real estate context. Now, if you've been out of college for a while and you're looking to move into a different part of the industry or make a career switch altogether, the biggest thing you can do here to demonstrate your ability to do the job is to highlight your on-the-job experiences that most directly relate to the positions you're applying for. This means that if you're an accountant that has worked for a real estate firm trying to move to an acquisitions or asset management role, make sure to talk through how you supported the acquisitions process or how you worked directly with the asset management team to track property performance over time. Or if you worked in lending as an underwriter and want to move to the principal side of the business, this means talking through how you analyze new deals and how you worked with borrowers to get transactions done. The key here is to present yourself as being familiar with the industry and the on-the-job tasks that you'd be taking on to take the pressure off the employer and let them know that you have a basic understanding of how the industry functions or how your academic or other coursework you've taken fits into that context. Now, next up, aside from looking for candidates with experience, employers right now more than ever are looking for candidates that have a solid foundation in the fundamentals, specifically Microsoft Excel, real estate finance concepts, and ideally the ability to work in, customize, and build real estate financial models using that knowledge. In almost all real estate analyst positions, Excel is going to be a huge part of the day-to-day responsibilities of the role, and with that, companies are looking for someone who can work efficiently in the company's proprietary Excel models and someone who doesn't need hand-holding on the basics of the software and the functions, formulas, and shortcuts that make Excel easy to use. This is always one of the first comments a hiring manager will make, whether the company is a brokerage, private equity firm, or lender, essentially that they're looking for someone who understands the fundamentals so that they can focus their training on the company's specific skill sets to get that person up to speed. And to make sure that employees are coming in with the basic skill sets covered and can do the job from day one, more and more firms are administering Excel assessments as part of the interview process to actually test that a potential hire can do what they say they can do. These assessments are usually some form of a case study where you're given a deal scenario with a set of assumptions, and then you're asked to build a model and calculate certain risk and return metrics on the deal based on those assumptions that you're given. And the exact format and structure of these varies from company to company, but at the end of the day, these tests are really primarily meant to be ways for a hiring manager to understand your abilities in Excel, to test your understanding of basic real estate finance terms like the cap rate, IRR, equity multiple, and cash on cash return, and also to get a feel for your ability to analyze data and to use that data to come up with reasonable conclusions to help the company make better decisions on their deals. To stand out here, my biggest piece of advice is to practice your Excel financial modeling skill set as much as possible, ideally in a real estate context. Now, the Break into CRE Academy coursework was literally built for this, and we'll walk you through building the technical skill sets employers are looking for today and how to prepare for these interview exams. But even if you don't decide to use Break into CRE training materials, the more you can master Excel, the foundations of real estate finance, and ideally real estate financial modeling specifically, the better off you're going to be. And finally, as a last point on this list, outside of your professional experience and technical skill sets, more than ever today, employers are looking for a well-rounded, easy to get along with candidate that they can also trust to represent their company. Regardless of how technical a position might seem, employers aren't looking to hire robots just yet, and they're looking for someone who will be easy to work with, enjoyable to be around, and someone that they can confidently put in front of clients and partners. In almost all brokerage and private equity analyst and associate positions, these are going to require communication with people outside of your immediate company, and whether that's helping a buyer conduct due diligence as an analyst at a brokerage firm, explaining underwriting assumptions to potential investors as an analyst at a private equity firm, or even when just out at industry events connecting with other professionals at other companies, everyone is becoming hyper aware that the employees you hire reflect your company and your brand. This means that the more you can come across as someone who is responsible, trustworthy, and even driven towards a goal outside of just work or academics, the more you're likely to stand out and show well during the job search process. Now, this does not mean to go ahead and take up 25% of your resume with extracurricular activities, and you definitely want to be selective about the things that you do share here, but a bullet point or two on the organizations you're involved with, the volunteer opportunities you've taken on, or even collegiate athletic experience that you've had can be really helpful here to show yourself as a well-rounded individual. Employers want to know that you can commit to something and also that you're willing to dedicate time to a goal even when it's inconvenient or might not result in an immediate paycheck or reward. At the end of the day, it really comes down to proving that you can be an addition to a team, and the more you can show that you have the experience necessary to get up to speed quickly, you have the basics of Excel and real estate financial modeling down, and that you can represent the company's brand in a way they would want to be represented and make the office a better, more interesting place to work every day, the more competitive you're going to be for the roles you're targeting today. And if you are about to tackle the job search process and need to tighten up your technical skill sets to prepare for interview exams, or you're in need of some more individually tailored career advice to present yourself as a more attractive candidate on paper, like I mentioned, make sure to check out the full Break into CRE Academy program, which will give you instant access to all Break into CRE courses, including walkthroughs of solutions to sample interview Excel exams, training on how to tighten up your resume and LinkedIn profile, and one-on-one email-based career coaching to help guide you throughout the job search process as a whole. As always, guys, if you like this video and want to see more career-related content on this channel, make sure to let me know by hitting the like button. And if you're a real estate professional that's already in the industry, let me know in the comments what your company looks for in potential analyst hires and what makes a candidate stand out above the rest. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to see more videos like this every single week, and I'll see you in the next video.